I built a model of Disney Splash Mountain out of paper, one inspired by the original Disneyland attraction. And it's gonna get destroyed. Welcome to Built and Destroyed, the series where I build your ideas and you tell me how to destroy them via an Instagram poll. So make sure you're following me at Riker Drake, it's just Riker Drake, to participate in upcoming destruction polls. Today's build was suggested by Peyton, who asked for Disney Splash Mountain made from paper. And I'll tell you, I had fun with this one, even though it took a lot longer than I hoped. But before we get into this build's zippity-doo-dah details, let's take a quick splash into the history of Splash Mountain. The original Splash Mountain opened in Disneyland on July 17th, 1989. The theme of this log flume adventure was based on the 1946 movie Song of the South and features 103 audio animatronics, 950,000 gallons of water, with that iconic 5-story drop at 40 miles per hour. This all began the summer of 1983 when Disney Imagineer Tony Baxter took the basics of log flume rides and put a spin on it with theming and a cohesive story idea. Song of the South characters were used for the story and animatronics from the America Sings attraction tied in nicely. After it was pitched in 1984 to CEO Michael Eisner, he greenlit the project and changed the original attraction name, which was Zippity River Run, to the classically known name of Splash Mountain. This gave it a more appealing name and fit in with the other mountain-named attractions. After Splash Mountain opened, it was a massive success, and this led to duplicates at both Walt Disney World and Tokyo Disneyland, both opening in October 1992. Of course, with some tweaks to fit each location's aesthetic, story and music styling, and guest demand. But it's sadly about to become Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Let's not dig into that unfortunate news and instead inquire as to why 90s marketing thought this cringy Splash Mountain promotional song was a good idea.
Zip. Wonderful day. Zip. Splish splash. Plenty of sunshine. Zip. Splish splash. In my way.
Anyways, on to the build. I'm a big fan of Disney, if you already didn't know, and Splash Mountain holds some great memories, so I wanted to put my all towards this project. But sadly, I felt I bit off more than I could chew. While taking a summer chemistry class, managing other responsibilities, and having to problem solve piece by piece, oh how it soon turned into a 2 months long project. But you won't have to endure all that time, mental suffering, and loss of energy. All you get to do is enjoy this amazing 30-second build montage. So let's get it rolling, like Josh Brolin. To shower you with more details, here's how it went all in a nutshell. Or should I say, hollowed out log. Never mind. It all started with me sketching up a modified idea. I didn't want to stress every measurement and detail about it. I wanted to build my own that was similar to the real thing, which most of the modification went into the track itself, as I felt that the full layout wasn't necessary. Once I felt confident with my mods, I started building Splash Mountain, only using paper and paper-related materials. Yep, because cardboard, foam board, and cardstock are all considered paper products. So, along with glue, tape, and a handful of reference pictures. I figured out most of the basics just by thinking it through, but the main issues I came across were how to do the briar patch, the little hills, and the top mountain portion itself. The briar patch ended up becoming just some strips of cardboard that I cut up and peeled apart and then stuck pieces of green construction paper to. I had the nice idea to shred a piece of green construction paper, then cut the strips into random little pieces. Then I attempted to stick the green pieces onto the patch with hairspray, which was my alternative to adhesive spray that I didn't have. That substitute didn't work, so I bought some adhesive spray anyways, which also ended up coming in handy for adding details. With the little hills, I found that just cutting the shapes out in cardboard sheets, then adding a top brim, gave it that shape I wanted. This mixed with the finishing touches of some paper mache gave it that desired look. The top of the mountain was the bane of my existence. I attempted to do it in different ways and came up short each time. Only when I started with a more general foundation with longer shaped cardboard pieces and a bit of paper mache did it all start to come together. Not as I necessarily wanted, but either way the final result works for me. Overall, not a bad build, just one that had a lot of trial and error, as well as time. But it's worth it because that's the whole entire point, to find ways to make it possible, even though I don't know how to do it in the moment. So I'm glad it turned out to be a cool model of Splash Mountain, but it's time for it to get destroyed. Splash Mountain set up. Just gotta finish my look here, you know. It's about to get dark, and yet I am wearing sunglasses. Yes, that's right, because it looks pretty cool. Now comes the moment you've all been waiting for. I sure have. I'm ready to say goodbye. And to also mention, the results of the Instagram poll were to light Splash Mountain on fire. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I don't know how I'm supposed to. That's what we're going to do right now. I'll try this again. These things are light. Not as cool as I thought it was going to be, but should work. So. Well, that was kind of terrifying. It turns out that I put maybe too much gas, and it kind of went boom, and it was like pretty terrifying, but pretty cool. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thank you to Peyton for the Splash Mountain build idea. If you have any ideas, please leave them in the comments below or on my Instagram. There's a mosquito on my arm. And yeah, I think that's it. It's still going strong.